I'm coming by to preach it. My name is Jim Rayleigh. Did you guys know that we're so blessed that you guys are coming to be a part of the class. Good to see you guys. God is doing some great things. We did a outreach yesterday in the Hong Coast and it touched thousands of people. So we're excited. We're racing now. The Resurrection Sunday. You didn't know Jesus is alive. Amen. Believe that. But pray for Pastor Dawn. She's not feeling well this morning. Y'all know she never misses church. And so it's really quiet at my house because she has laryngitis. So I don't know what to do. In all reality, she is still whispering directions, you know. But I just got in last night about midnight from El Salvador. In the last 7 or 8 days, I've been all over the world. I was in Dubai. From Dubai, I went into Malaysia and preached conferences and pastors' conferences, and God moved in a mighty way. But of everywhere I've been, I'm most excited about being here because God's doing a real good thing here in this church. And I'm thankful that you're a part of it. And I just want to bless you for just coming on board, just coming into the next level. And years ago when I came here to be pastor, I started here 22 years ago. Where does time go? But I felt like the Lord gave me a word that if I would love the ones nobody wanted, He would give me the ones everybody wanted. So we started reaching out to hurting, wounded people, and that's been the philosophy of Calvary all 22 years I've been here. But I see the Lord 22 years later answering that simple promise. If I love the ones nobody wants, He gives me the ones everybody wants. And the proof is that you're here today. You're the ones everybody wants. You love the Lord. You want to get involved. You want to be a part of something great. Look what the Lord has done. And I just want to encourage you. Pastor Troy's going to share our story. And I want to encourage you to get plugged in to become a part of the life of this ministry. We're starting our Palm Coast campus. We're amazed at the goodness of the Lord. We're now, today, went to our second service in Orlando. That campus is already over 500 people. We believe that now the sky's the limit in Orlando. New Smyrna. We finally got a building there and got a kids area there. So God is moving on every campus, and God is moving right here. So thank you for being a part. Troy's been my best friend for a long time. I was best man in his wedding. He was best man in my wedding. And so we've been friends probably way over 30 years now. And isn't it something that all these years later, we're still working in ministry together. He had a very successful business. And when this church started calling me 22 years ago, I said, Troy, this church is trying to get me to come in. The church had nothing. We were meeting in the gym back in those days. And it was falling apart. And we were about to lose everything. And I said, if I go there, you're going to come and you're going to be over the finances. And I was kind of kidding with them because they were trying to get me to come. And I didn't see myself coming here. And, you know, I called him 3 or 4 days later and he said, man, I haven't been able to sleep. I said, what are you talking about? He said, that thing you told me about that church in Ormond. And I said, bro, I'm not going there, but look what the Lord has done. Here I am. But the funny thing about it was, Troy had such a witness. He had a very successful business. He sold, he didn't even know where Ormond Beach was. He had to find it on the map. He sold his house, everything that he had connected to the Atlanta area, and moved here sight unseen. And he started with me. He still had his business, and I think I paid you $50 or $100 a week, and we didn't even have it to pay. But it was just, he said, you don't have to pay me nothing. I said, well, it ain't about that. I just want you to know that you're valuable, and we're going to give you something. And here, all these years later, now his business, he sold it, and he came full time. people who've been here a long time and people who are new. Welcome to the family. Somebody's got to preach. I think it's me. So I'll see you on the second service.
Hallelujah. So ladies out front said, so you're Pastor Don today. I said, that I am. I am Pastor Don today. Pastor Don took my place one time, so now I'm taking her place. He and I used to hang out together in Tampa, and we used to go out to either work out or play racquetball or something every day. We went to Piccadilly to eat dinner every day, and so we hung out all the time. Pastor Dawn came around and I got kicked out. So she took my place, and I'm taking hers. All right. So what we're going to do is this session for me, the reason they had me jump in when they're out of town or today she's not feeling well, is because I've been here as long as them. So I can tell this story better than most others because I lived it. So I'll be able to tell you the story. I can tell you the strategy, the way we set it up. That's what you're going to go through today. Today is this though. You also will go through the information to become a member if you want. A lot of people say, well, get a membership class. Well, guess what? You're in it. All right? So if you want to be a member, you desire to be a member, we'll be talking about that at the end. You not have to if you don't want to, but you would have fulfilled the requirements if you desire. And we'll tell you how that goes. So yeah, that's what today is. Just basically today is tell you about the vision, tell you about how you get your structure set up, so you just kind of get a general idea. We've had people come to this class that have been here forever. When I say class, I mean all three. They've been forever. And they inevitably, you know what, I didn't even know that. You know, so you don't know how certain things work or how they're set up. We had this lady that I loved to death, Miss Dream. She's an usher. She has been here like forever. And we're trying to get her to a road track. She says, I don't need it. I like been here forever. I don't need it in the road. I said, just come through it, just to see. She went through it. She goes, you know what? I'm glad I did. I learned some stuff I didn't even know. And she's been here forever. So you'll get some stuff. Next thing, step 2 will be discover your design. What that's for is this. We want you to discover your purpose, right? And serving here at Calvary. A lot of churches will come in and they'll say, hey, we need you in nursery, or we need you over here, or we need you in the door, we need you in the parking. We need you, you know what? We need you everywhere, because we're a big church. So it's not about where we need you, okay? It's about where you fit. Because if you find your purpose, and you get where you fit, and you find your purpose, you're going to fulfill your purpose, but guess what? At the same time, you're fulfilling the purpose of the ministry as well. And you're a lot more valuable to us when you love what you're doing, right? And you're in your purpose. I'll say this real quick. At the end, you'll get an opportunity to meet the different departments and talk to people, and all that, whatever you choose. Now, here's the thing. Let's just say you choose something to serve at, right? And you went there, you shadowed, you went there, and you went, oh my goodness, what have I done? I don't like this, right? I had a couple, I'll never forget it. They were standing right there, and I talked to them, and they did it for a few weeks. And I'm like, I got a little feeling, so I started talking to them, and I don't particularly like it. And I said, so why are you doing it? Well, we committed. I said, no, you don't understand. It's not about the commitment. The commitment's going to be wherever you go. So it doesn't matter. If you want to commit somewhere else, that's okay. You need to be where you need to be. And they're like, I don't feel comfortable. So let's find something you do feel comfortable. It's not a big deal. We found something that was 2 years ago. They're right now started as ushers. That's what they like to do. Okay? So it just matters whatever you like to do, right? And that's what they like to do. Next thing, the third one, you're going to see me again. Because I'm going to be teaching a lesson on developing your leadership. I'll teach that one. And then the fourth one is not really a lesson per se, but it's an opportunity to meet the different departments, to talk to the department leaders. If you want to talk, maybe you have a couple of ministries that you're interested in. Maybe you want to talk to both department leaders. Just kind of see, which one fits with you and ask questions and stuff like that. That's what that's for. And then in between the services, you'll go out there and what we call graduate. And what that is just to say, you know what, I don't do it. They give you a shirt to wear. Pastor Ray prays over you. It's just awesome. So that's what that is. All right, ready to get started? See, you guys got here just on time. Look at God. All right, so first thing is the Calvary story. If you look at, I think, if you got the same book I have, it's on page 4, but it's called the Calvary story. It talks about, some of the background of where the church came from. And it was a small church. before we came many years ago. What was that, 1967? So I was only 4 years old. So I wasn't much younger at 4 years old. But it was over on US 1, if you know anything about Ormond, over, you know where the Ormond Beach Performing Arts Center is? You know where that is? Okay, that's where it was at. Now, not that specific building. Behind it was like a small little, like a house. That's where it started with 10 people. Okay? Two of those people, been here forever. One of them just passed, the other one's in a nursing home, but I go by to see them every now and then and keep check on them and stuff like that. But they're still around. But there was a guy named Brother Kitchell, that's what it was. Way back then, way back in the day. So I want to tell you that just to bring you up real quick to where we are now. So that's where it started. Then they started growing. And then Pastor Andre, okay, he's the one that Pastor Ray took over from. He was here for years. He built that building where his church did, but he was leading it to build that performing arts. They had a lot of people at the time. They say around 1,400, which is a lot back then, right? So then he had a vision to start a school. He wanted a school. That was his vision in his heart, to start a school. Problem was, they were landlocked. There was nothing they could do. They couldn't really do it. And that was the vision that God laid upon his heart. So they began to look around and found this piece of property. It was 20 acres. Now it's almost 40, because we bought the one that goes out where this building sits, actually, all the way out to the river. Okay, but but you keep in mind, and I want to tell you this story to let you know how God does things. Now, you heard about Pastor Ray said, I sold my house even before I knew where Ormond Beach was. I knew it was in Florida. Florida's a big state. I was raised in the Panhandle. I knew it wasn't up there because I was raised up there. But somewhere, never heard of Ormond Beach in my life. Of course, if they said Daytona, I probably would have known. But they said Ormond. I didn't know where that was. When I looked over the map, I saw it. Okay, it's Daytona. So that's God spoke to me at that time. And I'm not one that always says, God spoke. Rare. Maybe a couple times in my life. But when I hear it for sure, you better move, right? You better do what he says. God only knows where I would be now if I didn't do that. So anyway, God spoke to him. It was nothing. There was no Walmarts, 7-Elevens, Speedways, restaurants, nothing. So they said, you're taking us out to the woods, to the wilderness. We're not going out there. Nothing is out there. Now, the interstate was running, but it wasn't even an exit, right? Nothing is out there. Why are you taking us out to the wilderness, right? Why are you doing that? And it caused a major issue. But they bought it, followed God's will, built the school side, the gym and the school, which we have, if you don't know that, a preschool through 12th grade school. Both of my kids graduated from there, fully accredited, actually dual accredited. Matter of fact, just went through accreditation last week, because you got to do it every 5 years. So there's about 350 in the K-12 program, and about 150 in the preschool program. So it's not huge, but pretty good size, and God's been good. But so he started that, and they started having services in the gym. They called it the sanctuary, right? But it was the gym, and it was only going to be temporary. It was going to be a couple years. 10 years later, they're still there. All right? A lot of the people didn't make it; they didn't come over. Then ones that did got tired of being in the gym, and by the time that we got here, there were 325, maybe we pushed it, 350 people left. That's when we came. That's in August of 1997. That's when we came. And so we were in the gym. And so they had already signed contracts to build the kids center now. That's now, of course, the kids center, but at that time, that was going to be the sanctuary. So we had to follow through those contracts. A lot of junk happened there. There was no money here. It was all upside down. Over $100-something thousand in debt. The school was over $100-something thousand in debt. They didn't have the money. They had to use part of the money for something else. There wasn't even enough money to build the building. So it was bad. I have a business degree from Florida State, but even that didn't help me none. It just God is the only thing that did that. So a lot of things happen here that I can tell you, but it's just rough. At any rate, the good news is, got it done, paid it off. That's paid off. School got it paid off. They had a big mortgage. Both of those were paid off. Okay, and then now this. Of course, this is not yet, but it's going to be. Amen. Okay, so God is in control of what's going on. We bought this land. The land's paid off. We bought this 20 acres on this side that goes out to the river where this building sits out to the river. All that's paid off. So God's been really good. So that's the process of what happened, what was going on, the history that got us in this building. Now you would think that, they always say, if you build it, they will come. Well, we built it, but some people didn't like the big church. We had 3 services, and it was small, and it was always packed. This building's not always packed, right? It's too big. So, you say, well, why didn't you do the campuses? Well, we already did the campuses, but back then there was no such thing as that, right? So, you got to go with what's going on. So now we've got 1, 2, and then the third one up there is starting on Easter. But God's working. So we look at it as, God's up to something big. We're going to do one thing, but we're also going to go to these other areas and go to there where we go. So that's kind of the history of where we are, brings us up to where we are now. Now, so our purpose. Calvary exists to experience the Spirit, embrace the lost, and live the life. We're going to go through those in detail. Let me just generality tell you why that we chose that as our vision. That's our vision statement. All right? Experience the Spirit, embrace the lost, live the life. Why? I was actually one day trying to figure out, you know how you go through your vision statements, and I said, we got to find one that sticks to who we are. So I've got stuff stacked on my desk, all on the floor around me, just dreaming, thinking, looking, and I happened to have right in front of me one of Pastor Brody's sermons. And I was reading through it, and I'm like, you know what? What is Calvary? Calvary takes on the nature of the leader, right? So who is Pastor Jim Ray? And as I read through that, it was about vision. And as I read through it, I thought, well, there it is right there. What is Pastor Ray? Number one, you experience the Spirit. So if you come into a service here, our goal is you to experience the Spirit. We don't want you to leave here and say, that was okay. Right? We want you to leave here and say, whoa, we blew it out today. Maybe it was too loud. Maybe they were too crazy. But man, they were going after it. Right? Experience the Spirit. Right when you walk in the door, praise and worship, preaching, all the way through. So that's who we are. We want you to experience the Spirit. The next thing is we embrace the lost. We do outreaches everywhere, right? Everywhere. We have that right now. Well, they're in the service right now. But before, we bring in people that come on our bus ministry. We call it our VIP ministry. It's basically going and picking up homeless and stuff like that. And we've been doing that. I started that because I did it in Atlanta probably 6 months after we got here. I've been doing it every single week. The only week that we didn't run those buses was when the hurricane. That's it. Outside that, every single week. Come in, they get food, prepared. We have people rotate in, teams rotate in, cook food, awesome food, cook food, showers, clothes, every week. And then they come into the main service. One time we had a deacon early on when we started on, we had a building, of course, is where it started. And I was in the lobby, the deacon comes up to me, and it was a new building. He's like, man, these guys are messing up our building. We just got it built. Can't you feed them on a Saturday or something? Why do you got to do it on a Sunday? I mean, if you don't have to do it on a Sunday, why don't you do it on a Saturday? I just looked at myself, for real. He goes, yeah. I said, they're people just like you are. I said, everybody's welcome to come. And he goes, well, let me tell you something. That there's this doctor that you don't know, church, and we needed every dollar we get back then, right? And he said if you don't stop doing this, he's going to leave the church. Now we needed the money, bad, right? But not that bad, all right? So I looked at him in the eyes and I said, hey man, this is who we are. I said we need him, but if he feels like this is not for him, God sends somebody in his place. God sends thousands. Right? So he left. He didn't leave. And, God took care of us. One guy don't control us, right? God took care of us. A lot more people came, and the ministry just grew. And the ministry grew. Pastor Rayleigh, and I know I'm off track, but hey, we're just here talking, right? So Pastor Rayleigh, a couple weeks after that, he got to really bother him. Because I told him about it. It started really to bother him. Because he's a whosoever will kind of guy. We want everybody here at Calvary, right? We got people that go to the strip clubs. Now, women, of course, go in, not guys. But, to minister to the strippers, and some of them, many of them actually, come to church here, homeless, going to the neighborhoods. We drive a bus every week. And I know how long that bus ride is because I just did it. Like, a few weeks ago, the driver was called out, and I had to follow the route. Do you know that they drive 2 hours and 20 minutes? They pick up in 2 hours and 20 minutes to drop off, and it's they go to the nursing homes and people wheelchairs, and you see that bus. That's how long that route takes. That's dedication to those drivers, right? And because you got to go like in Ormond, over on B-side, come back, down Daytona, way down the coast to South Daytona, Bevel Road actually, and then come around and then pick up somebody else, and it's like forever. But that's dedication. But the thing about it is, I mean, we do whatever. So Pastor Ray has always been that guy, right? So it started bothering me. So he wrote this sermon. He's preached it a few times since then, but it's called A Title or a Towel. You got that, right? Okay, he said, are we after a title? I'm minister so-and-so, I'm this, I'm that, I'm the other, right? I'm prophet this, I'm prophet that. Okay? Are we here for a title or a towel? What did Jesus Christ come to do? He came to serve, not to be served. That's what the Bible says, right? So he said, you know what? We're going to rectify this right here, right? So here's what he did. He started preaching that sermon. He preached the sermon, which was awesome in itself. But then he called up one of the guys that called the bus ministry. And that guy, for some reason, didn't even take a shower, even though it was available to him that morning. It was rough. Okay? Called him up, brought him up on stage, sat him down in a chair, took off his nasty shoes and socks, and started washing his feet right on stage. I've got to get my own emotions in check. So he said, he's washing his feet, and the guy's name was John. He said, John, forgive us if we ever made you feel less than welcome here at Calvary. Forgive us if we've ever not reached out to you. Forgive us if we just online. You know? And as he did that, John was crying. Pastor was crying. You were here, right? I mean, people were lined up, like in the sanctuary over there, laying in the floor, bawling, crying, all over the place. Right? So, needless to say, we didn't worry about any of those questions after that. Okay? And so, that's who we are. You know? And I'm going to tell you that story because that's who we are. That's why you see the diversity, even in this room. But you see the diversity out in that sanctuary. Because that's who we are. No matter what's going on in the crazy world we live in, no matter what happens, we are together. And that's what it's about. That's what it's about. We are together. That diversity was not here when we got here. You would think, well, that's what you came into. No, it wasn't. There were 2 black people in the entire church. Okay? The Jenkins. And Fred and Nate. You might know them. Fred has passed. I think maybe she passed recently. I can't remember. I know she lived in Tampa. But anyway, great. He was elder on the board. Great people. But that's it. Outside of that, a lot of white folk. Okay? I love white folk. I'm one of them, but I'm not going to do that. Okay? And because that's not who Pastor Ray is. You know, he wants to reach everybody. Do you want me to start doing? People say, well, what did I have churches ask us? Well, was it intentional? Well, you know, did it just happen because he sounds like a black man on the radio? You know, is it just happen that way? Because a lot of people do think that. They just like it on the radio. Side topic. I know I'm off all this. I'll get into that. The side topic. We were walking in the hall of the hospital one day, visiting somebody, and this guy was a nurse, I think. We walked by and we're just talking. He stops us. Are you Jim Rayleigh? He goes, yeah. He goes, I thought you were black. But and he gets that all the time. But you know, so just because you preach like a black man, just because people think you're black, is that why you grew to church? No. We were very intentional. We started developing relationships in the community. We went over to Bethune-Cookman. You know what we did at Bethune-Cookman? Nothing to serve. Hey, what can we do for you? Where do you need some help? Come out, feed, have a big cookout. We'll provide all the food and cook. Or come out, you want us to run a service for you? Just that's what you want to do, we'll run a service for you. You know, whatever you need us to do, we will do. Right? And of course, we already had Sabo Sunday School sites going out everywhere, in all kinds of communities, everywhere, every Saturday. But what happened was, Dr. Bronson, who just recently passed, many of you may know him, he was the president of Bethune for a very long time, right? Man of God on top of man of God. You know what I'm talking about? That kind of guy. Pure. He was beyond racial barriers, just like Pastor Ray. I think that's one of the reasons they kind of bonded. But anyway, he took notice. We never went to Dr. Bronson. We never said, hey, you want to see the president? You know? We just did our thing. But he noticed, right? So he wanted to talk to Pastor Ray. And, why are you doing what you're doing? No, they don't have churches come out here doing this stuff. Why are you doing it? Hey, man, just because we love people, man. And we're just trying to help out in the community. We want to be a part of the community. That's all right, which is right now are everywhere in the community. And so they got to be friends. Next thing you know, he's on the front row of Calvary every single week. And then many people started coming, like just the development. We brought the choir in. We brought the gospel choir, which is a different choir, in. We just had a great time. And then different people started coming, and, of course, a lot of Spanish people too. All kinds of different people started coming. But that's the Whosoever Will church. And it was intentional. We want to reach out to whoever we can to love on people. So that's embrace the lost. No way to embrace the lost. If him, wherever he goes, I've been with him all over the world. Okay? Wherever he goes, when he does an altar call, people come. Think about it. He's been doing altar calls here for 21 years. You can see him doing an altar call, there may be 20, 25, 30 people up there. You said, when does it end? It never ends. Right? And the same thing happens all over the world. Wherever he is, he just has a gift. People have different giftings, I call it the salvation anointing is on his life. So wherever he goes, wherever he preaches, people come and give their heart to Jesus Christ. I call that the salvation anointing. So that's why we say embrace the lost. And last thing, live the life. We believe that we have to actually live what we talk about. So you'll see me at Walmart, you'll see me at Publix. You don't see me at Walmart for lunch, because I don't like it. But Publix or somewhere else, you'll see me there, right? I'll be the same guy. Like wherever I am, I'm the same guy. And that's what you have to understand. We have to be who we are. People say, it's so hard to be a Christian. Not really. I mean, if it's who you are, it's not really that hard. Now, does that mean we're never going to sin? I mean, just this week I flipped out on my son. I shouldn't have done that. I felt super bad about it, right? But, I'm human too, right? I have to ask for forgiveness just like everybody else. So, we make mistakes, but the difference is we immediately recognize it and correct it and apologize and make it right with God, right? So, that's what you got to think about. Now, so that's what live the life is. We want to live it. Our core values. This is where I think you're going to start taking notes. Our core values. Number 1, love. We're going to love everybody. The Bible says, teacher, who is the greatest commandment in the law? Jesus said to him, you love the Lord your God with all your heart, all your soul, and all your mind. This is the first and greatest commandment. The second is like this. You shall love your neighbor as yourself. Love. And that's what we have to have for one another, is love. We got to care for one another. Just last night, at 3 o'clock in the morning, a guy that's very dear to us, serves like a servant of all servants here at Calvary. He's not quite my age, but he's close to it. Anyway, his dad died. Okay? Last night, 3 o'clock in the morning. He was been sick, but he passed. So we're reaching out to him. I reached out to him when I got up this morning, yesterday afternoon, when I got up this morning. I'll be with him. I said, you let me know whatever's happening, whatever's going on, I'm going to be there for you, buddy. Right? Why? Because I love that guy. I love that guy. And that's how we do it. We love one another. People always say, church that large, you must have a lot of division. We really don't. We really don't. Sometimes some people get mad? Yeah. That happens everywhere, right? Are some hypocrites in this church? Probably. They're everywhere, right? But we're unified. Before we got here, there was, some of you were here for the 20th anniversary celebration of Pastor Riley. And we showed some of that story. It was told at a video by the actual elders that were here at the time of what happened back then and how divided the church was. They told you about they lost almost, 3/4 of the people. And they were very divided. I didn't mention that there was a period of time that Pastor Andre he almost had heart attacks because it was so hard. So he retired actually. And another guy came in for, I don't know how long that was, 5 years, 7 years, something like that. In that time, he about split the church completely. There was one time, they were having we're still in the gym obviously, they were having this business meeting, this annual business meeting. Half the members turned their back in their chair to the pastor. Half of them. That's how divided the church was. Right? And then Pastor Andrew had to come back and try to solidify whatsoever to find somebody. And that's when they found Pastor Ezra. But it was that bad. You would think a church of this size, that would be that way. We have annual business meetings here, and I do all the financial stuff like that. Pastor is it. And people that were here at the time, we still got a lot of people that were here at the time, they come up and go, I'm just amazed every time I see them. I know why. There's like no issues. I'm like, why should there be? I said, when you live your life with an open book, there's nothing to hide. People don't have to wait until October to ask me a question. They can ask me a question anytime, any day of the year, right? Because I have nothing to hide. So when you have nothing to hide and you have nothing in the closet, what's there to get mad about? You got a question, ask it, right? So we don't have that problem, thank God. But we love one another. That's it. Then honor. Honor unlocks the windows of heaven over your life. Now, I like this part here. Honor those above you, beside you, and under you. Now, let me tell you what that means. A lot of times when we think about honor, we think about dishonor the pastor, right? In a lot of churches, especially smaller churches, that's what it is. You better honor the pastor. You better honor the pastor. You better honor the pastor. And there's sometimes that can be misconstrued. Honor the pastor even when he's not living right. You know what I'm saying? You got to honor the pastor. Okay, here's the thing. Do you have to honor the pastor? Yeah. But that's not where it stops, though. That's where people leave it. You honor the pastor, yes. Leadership, yes. But you also honor the people you serve with, right? The ones all around you. They should be honored. You should honor them. They should honor you, right? The people you serve with, the people you work with, you honor them. And then, if you get a position, like maybe whatever, as head over greeters, whatever, you get a position, there may be people, quote unquote, I don't even like to use this word, because I don't believe it, but under you. Some people use that. Like if you're a leader, and you honor them, right? Matter of fact, you honor them even more. So in my position, I honor them even more. We have sometimes, we'll do extra things, especially during Easter or Christmas or something. We have a lot of practices, we have a lot going on. And every once in a while, I don't have very often, we've kind of stopped it. Every once in a while, you're one of our quote-unquote employees, people are getting paid. God, I have to go out, I got to be out Tuesday, I got to be out Thursday, I got to be out Saturday, I got to be out, not paying me any extra, I got to be out, I got to be out. I remember this one guy looked at him and I said, hey man, how many more people are in that room when you're there? What? I said, when you went there Tuesday night or Thursday night or Saturday morning, how many more people were there besides you? What do you mean? I said, how many people were in the room? 150? 200, whatever it was? Yeah. I said, how many of them do you think got paid? How many got paid on Tuesday? How many got paid on Thursday? How many got paid on Saturday? They were serving, brother. They did it because that's what God called them to do. They don't get paid a dime. I said, where do you serve, my friend? Now, people ask, why do I drive a bus sometimes? Why do I used to drive it every single month, but I got so busy with services I couldn't do it every month. I just did it 2 or 3 weeks ago. But why do I drive a bus? Why do I do that? Why do I keep my license? Why do I keep my CDL license? Why do I go last week and got my updated certification on my medical so I can drive that bus? Why? I don't have to. Why? Because I serve too. Right? I serve too. Why do I go to outreaches? Because I serve too. That's why. We got to have a place that we serve. You being paid or not being paid is irrelevant. We are here to serve and honor one another. Right? And that's what honor is all about. That's what honor is all about. That's why I don't even like the beneath part. Because in my position, a lot of people are quote unquote beneath me. But you'll never hear me say that. Like right now, I say, we're on the team together. We're on the team together. We're doing this thing together. Right? You don't ever want to be I'm responsible, but we're on the team together. You see what I'm saying? So that's what that was. And then the last one would be in positivity. Life and death are in the power of the tongue, and those who love it will eat it. So here it is. We got to keep blessing over each other. It's positivity. The power of positivity. And that doesn't mean I'm being a Pollyanna. Okay? Oh, you're just making stuff up. You're just yes man. Blah, 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 blah. No, we're positive. Even when things look rough, we went through some very, very, very rough times here at Calvary. Right? But you know what Pastor was every single week in the pulpit? Even when he was hurting himself? Positive. Why? Nobody wants to jump on a sinking ship. Right? Nobody wants to jump on a sinking ship. If he went out there and told exactly what was happening at the time, there'd be a lot of people that would probably left. This place is going under. I'm not going to be a part of this place. But see, he saw a brighter day. He saw a brighter day. And because he saw a brighter day, even though he was hurting himself, he stood up there and was positive. God's going to do something for us. I see it by faith. God's got a great plan for us, which he did on us. Right? So, it's a matter of being positive and spreading positivity rather than negativity. Negativity is going to be nothing but dig you down. Positivity lifts you up. So that's what positivity. Now, we're talking about experiencing the Spirit. How are we still experiencing the Spirit? One, of course, is a commitment to weekend services. Being passionate before God in these weekend services. Spirit-filled, Spirit-driven, Spirit-charged atmosphere. The purpose of the weekend service is to provide a life-giving experience where the gospel is presented in a simple and relevant way, fueled by the Holy Spirit. So when you walk in the room, a number of times I can even tell you that people look at me and go, I can't put my finger on what you guys are doing there. But something is different. Something is different. What is that different? The difference is the Holy Spirit's running the show. Right? The Holy Spirit, we're listening to the Holy, and I'll get more into that in my lesson. But the Holy Spirit is running the show, right? That's why we will lift God up, not us. We can look back and say, look what we did. We built this building, we did that, we did the other. We didn't do jack that God didn't lead us to. Right? If it wasn't for God, we could have never made it out of that mess that we were in all those years ago. I remember one time the elder came out, because they were in a disaster. We started seeing some improvement, not enough for me. And I was like really, really down. Really down. And we come out of the meeting, and he didn't even realize I was there. So, I'm positive, I'm trying not to show it, right? And he come out and said, man, I'm going to tell you something. Because he had been here before, so he knew what was up. He goes, man, you're performing miracles right now in our finances and things we're doing. You're just doing so awesome. You're doing so great. And I promise you, I look at him thinking, is this man crazy? Did he not see the report I just showed him? And I'm like, what? I said, did you not just see it? He goes, yeah, but did you not see before you came what I was looking at? Compared to what I was looking at and what we're looking at right now is a miracle in itself. So I can only imagine what God's going to reach from here. And I said, well, I'm going to be honest. I said, it has nothing to do with me. I don't even know what I'm doing. I said, it's all God, right? He said, well, that's what it should be. It should be all God. And that's what we got to keep. God gets all the credit. So when we get in services, we want you to experience God. Yes, Pastor Joe's going to be preaching. Yes, the team, Pastor John's going to be doing a phenomenal job. But we want you to experience the Holy Spirit into your life. Next thing, small groups. We experience the Spirit through life-giving relationships in small groups as they engage one another in word and prayer. So, here's the thing, and we'll talk more about this too, but small groups, we only started that in earnest a year, half ago? And we tried it a bunch of times. Doesn't get been around. Sometimes I laugh at the way we try back in the past. But, we're stuck to it now. Like, when we went into this, we go, you know what, this is a large church, and we've got to get people together, right? So, we talked what's plan B? About small groups. Plan B is plan A. Whatever, that we got to do it, right? We got to make it work. And are we fully arrived yet? No. But are we well on our way? Yes. A lot of people are in small groups, and a lot of people are loving it, right? So I recommend it if you're not in one. I just had one at my house last Saturday. Man, we got to get in there. I'm a little bit of a crybaby anyway when it comes to God and the things of the Lord. But we started telling stories about what God did in our lives. So many great stories that we just started crying with one another. But it was just good to have that camaraderie there. All right, next thing, embrace the lost. We're committed to embrace the lost and dying world. Calvary exists to bring people into a relationship with Jesus Christ. One of our primary goals is to reach people far from God or disconnected from Him. We make it a responsibility to be the voice of hope. I love that. For our church body and our surrounding community. We want people to see us in our community. Right? We want them to see us out. That's why we're everywhere. In Palm Coast, I don't know, maybe some of you were there on Saturday, but outreach is like all over the city. I mean, it was unbelievable. You'll see some of the pictures today in second service. But everywhere. It was awesome. So, where are we going to do this? Acts 1:6 says this, you will be my witnesses in Jerusalem, and all of Judea, Samaria, and to the ends of the earth. So number one is our city. Jerusalem is our city, right? Because a lot of churches, I know a massive church, I don't even want to call it where they are, but they're a great church, like great people, I love them, right? And they do massive massive amount of money in foreign missions. I mean, just like killing it, way more than us in foreign missions. But they do virtually nothing in their own city. Okay? We do a lot in our own city. We also have we have 160-something missionaries we support every month. So we do a lot foreign. But we can't forget about our own backyard, right? And a lot of churches do that, and they forget about it because it's hard. I mean, we have an outreach department. We pay people every day to design and run outreaches, right? We have lots, probably hundreds of people that are on the team to serve and to reach out into the community. That's our city. We care about our city. So we have to care about those that are around us, right? Next thing. Primarily, we reach people in Judea and Samaria, which is our nation. We reach people out there too. Like I said, today is Mission Sunday, so you'll hear a little bit about that during the offering. But like 160 missionaries, or a little bit more now, that will support every single one. That means they get money from Calvary every single month. Not every now and then. How do you get to 160 different places? Well, the way our fellowship is designed, we don't have to send one check and they disperse it. You know what the good thing about it is? Not one dime of administrative fee. So if it comes in here, it goes out, it goes to the people. Not one, we don't take it, matter of fact, we add to it. We don't take it, we add to it. And so it's more than what came in. But then the fellowship, they don't take it, they consider missions holy, right? So they don't touch it, not a dime. And that runs right through and goes to the people. Then we obviously do projects. Those of you that were here a couple weeks ago, we raised money for Indonesia. That was a project, that was a missions project there. Of course, after Malaysia, things like that. So a lot of different things like that. That's Judea and Samaria. And then of course, the last one is the world. We're going to talk a little bit about the world as well. But around the nation and the world. All right? So here in our community, outside our community, and then around the world. That's what it's all about. So we make it our business to do all of that, not just here. All right? Now, live the life. How are we going to live the life? You were created for on purpose for a purpose. And one of the ways to do that is by small groups. We believe life change happens in context of relationships. Small groups have one simple purpose: to bring people together. God created us to live in a community with others. We're not intended to do life alone. Right? That's why we'll hear us pushing over and over and over again. Get in a group, get in a group, get in a group, get in a group. Okay? Because we want you to do life together. There's no reason to be alone at Calvary. And here's the thing. You say, well, I'm not alone. You know, there's a lot of people in the service when I'm in here. But there's a lot of people that come in the service, enjoy the service, walk out of the service, never even speak to anybody. Right? They don't know anybody. And then you got second service, how you gonna know those people? You're not even here. Or, you know what I'm saying? So, are you really close to them? You don't even know who they are. So what a large church becomes a small church through small groups. That's when you're in context to do what we did last Saturday. We told stories about our lives and experiences and cried together and laughed together. You know, it was a little bit different. The time before we had it, we just laughed and cut up. You know, just because you're a Christian don't mean you can't have fun, right? We laughed, man. We told so much crazy stuff. There's this one older couple that was there. Man, they cracked me up. They had met older. They actually met at our West of 50, which is our senior adult, without lack of a better word, ministry. They met him there. But bro, to hear their story, it's so funny. We were laughing like crazy. But then this last time, we got, touch the heart stuff, ministry stuff, and life stuff. So all kind of things like that, that's why we do small groups. We have a lot of people that's in what we call our freedom group. There's a lot of freedom groups, a lot of them. And I think all together in all the groups, you only have usually, we don't like to have more than 8 or 10 people in a group because you got to share and talk and stuff like that. Freedom runs through this curriculum. We didn't write it. No church wrote it. That's okay, right? But it's awesome. It brings you through and helps you. You need to forgive, and the power of positivity, and all kind of different things. We have about 200, I think it's 225, 230 people in freedom groups this term alone, right? So people just, I'm going to do it myself, right? So it's awesome to go through that. And it just helps you grow together. And you share things together, you grow together. So it provides 3 things. Number 1, a place to connect with others. Yes, whatever a person is like, I try to find common good with them. Say, well, let me tell him about Christ. Of course, Christ can save him. That's 1 Corinthians 9 and 22. to connect with others. It allows us to have community. With a church this large, how does a church this large go small? Small groups. Get together in small groups. A place to protect each other. When we do life together, our problems become smaller as God uses others to bring support and encouragement in our lives. Think about that. Think about the encouragement that we have when someone just like this guy Roger, because his dad died. People are running around him right now. We're supporting him. We're encouraging him for what happened to him. So because there are people and that come here and maybe they have someone that a tragedy around their life, but we don't know them, And they may call the church and we may go there and pray for them, but we don't really know them or the situation. We just try to, pray for them and stuff like that. But isn't it a lot better when we do know them? And we know their story and they serve us and we know all about them and we can go in there and just cry or whatever, because we have a little more of a connection with them. So that's the good part about that. So a place to connect, a place to protect, and a place to grow. That's how we grow together. Like the Freedom Curriculum. We're growing together. We're growing together. Now, Calvary Christian Center small group model. I won't spend a ton of time on this, but I'll give you a little bit about it. Okay, Calvary's a church of small groups, not a church with small groups. We try to make it who we are. That's the goal, make it who we are. We want to get people together for the reasons we just talked about. Our groups are free market. Okay, free market. Because different people do different things with small groups. Not every church does it the same. Okay? Our group is free market. What's that mean? That means this. You like to run. You wish you had some people you could run with. Do a running group. Okay? All you got to do, it only requires this. As you go through small group training. Ready? You got to share scripture together. And you have to pray together. Outside that, be a group. But we want you to do that together. That's the connection area that you do. Just talk about that scripture a little bit. Pray together. Do that, then go run. Go ride your bike. Do whatever you're going to do. We have a lady that does a workout group. She likes workout group. We have a lady that does a bridge walk group. There's so many different groups. Now, of course, there's a lot of Bible groups and all that. But I'm just trying to give you the variety. It depends on what you like. Maybe there's a crocheting group. Something that you can get together and just talk and love on one another and crochet together. It could be anything. We don't care what it is. Right? As long as you put God into it. You put God into all things. So you put God into it and you do things that you enjoy and things that you love and things that you have that other people also have that same experience. Right? So you got to think about that. That's what free market means. That's what it means. There are 3 sessions in every year. We got spring, summer, and fall. So that's pretty basic there. So, and the reason we do that is we don't want people to think, oh my God, I've got to commit to this group. I'm going to be here for the rest of my life. Right? Now, if you want to come back to that group the next term, that's fine. But maybe you don't want to. Maybe I'm tired of running. I'm going to go do something else. Right? That's okay. Or maybe, I want to go through that freedom group. That's okay. Whatever you want to do that gives you that break time. Well, I can do anything. I think it's even dropped now to 12. But I can do anything for 12 weeks. But you enjoy it, though. And then say, now I'm going to do something different. And now I'm going to do something different. Or you might say, I love this thing. I'm going to do it one more time. That's fine, too. So that's all up to you. It's a choice that you can make. Everyone can join a group. Doesn't matter who you are. You can join a group. It's online. There's cards out in the lobby. There's a lot of ways to find out what they are. And then anyone can host a group. So if you want to host a group, if you said that somebody upon your heart, you got to go through the small group training course. And then you have to meet the criteria of that. And then they'll teach you all of that in the class. And you'll go through it. As long as you can follow that criteria, you can host your group. So it's not like, well, you got to be on staff. You got to be here 12 years. Or you got to be, no. Go through the small group training. We'll make sure you're actually a Christian. That's okay, right? We'll make sure you're actually living what you're talking about. We ain't let heathens go run the group, okay? So there's certain things we got to figure out. So once we figure that out, then yeah, of course. So that's what that's for. All right, so next thing. Dream team. Dream team. Are you on that one? Oh, there you go. Dream team. All of us were created by God to make a difference in this world. God has placed us for you and abilities and passions and things in our heart. That goes by what I was talking about earlier. God's placed a purpose, a passion, and an ability in your heart. And so I don't know exactly, and I haven't put my finger on that yet. I mean, I don't know exactly what that is. That's what next week's for. Next week's to help, right? Help you find your purpose, help you find your passion. Or maybe you have a passion, but where does it fit? You know what? How does it fit into what's going on? That's what next week is for. Okay? To help you do that, to help you find your place. Because we want you to find not just any place, right? We want you to find a place that works for you. So that's what the dream team says. If you ever hear the word dream team, or you see shirts that say dream team, what that is the people that serve. That's all it is. So if you see dream team, you know they serve. Anybody with a shirt on that says, sometimes it says just the word serve on it. Some say just the word serve on it. Some say the word serve on the dream team on the back, or it may have dream team on the front. Whatever it is, if you see the word dream team, you know they are serving somewhere, right? And then another thing is, anybody that has a dream team shirt on, you can ask them any question that she's going to answer it, or want you to, you can answer it, right? So that's the thing. They can answer it or find the answer. In other words, because they serve here, they know what's going on here, they're a part of this. So that's what that is. That's what we want for each one of you, to be on the dream team, okay? To serve somewhere in the ministry. Maybe it's an outreach, maybe it's an usher, maybe it's whatever, wherever God puts you. Okay, that's what that's about. Now, at Calvary Christian, we believe there are no great divide between the ministries and the congregation. Everyone has something they can do to impact the lives of others. So that's the thing, that we all can do something. Every one of us are here for a purpose to do something. Like Pastor Ray has said it many times, I can't invite everybody. We want to have a lot of people in here, that's why we have these invite cards and all that, because we all are doing it together. If we didn't have people to serve on Easter, or any week as far as that goes, but especially Easter, if we didn't have people to serve, right? We didn't have dream team people to serve, we'd been a mess. You know what I'm saying? That's why we need it. Everybody's needed. Everybody's needed. Right? A lot of people will think, well, you're in a big church, you got plenty of people. No, that's not true. It's not true. Okay? We need people just like everybody else. And we want them to serve. And we want them to have their purpose. So, the Calvary Growth Track is what we're talking about now. Number one is to become a member and go through the vision of the church. That's where you are now. Next thing, discover your design. That's next week. We're talking about that. That's where you find your purpose. Step 3, develop your leadership. That will be me, to help you understand that every person in this room is a leader. Okay? Oh, no, I'm not. You don't know me. I'm not a leader. Yes, you are. And I'll tell you why. Okay? That's the third one. And then the last one, where I'm going to ask you to join the team, and we're going to bring in people in different departments and different places to come in here and help you to find your fit. But like I said, you may talk to 2 or 3 different teams. Doesn't matter to me. Right? Talk to me as it takes to find the right place. They're all in here. Why not? Right? Talk to them and find out. And then, even after that, Pastor Jeremy and Pastor Liz are available to help guide you. Maybe you have questions or whatever. Also, our people here that's over the Grove Track, they can also guide you and help you to find your place. All right, becoming a member. The Calvary Membership Covenant. Have received Jesus Christ, your Lord and Savior, to be in agreement with the values and the ideas presented in StepONE of the Grove Track. I now feel led by the Holy Spirit to invite you to the Calvary Christian Center family. So, here's what I'm not going to go through every single, it should be in your book. Is it in your book? Okay, I'm not going to read every word because of that. But you can read it. I'm going to go into generalities on this. Number one, what you're saying if you want to join the church, remember, I said this earlier, I'm going to say it again. It's not a requirement. Okay? People think, well, and I went to such church, I had to be a member to actually do anything. I couldn't even be a group. I couldn't even do anything. I couldn't do an outreach. I couldn't do nothing. If I wasn't a member. That's not the case. Not here. Right? We're not required. You can still serve. The only thing we require is you go through the Grove Track because we want you to know at least know who we are, right? And know how we work. Okay? But outside of that, that's it. We would like for you to be a member. But you don't have to. So understand that. So just because you fulfill the requirements doesn't mean you have to. This is your desire, your choice. They'll give you the opportunity later on in the lessons to actually sign a document. Now, I'll provide the unity of my church. Act in love toward other members, refuse to gossip, and follow the leaders around you. Okay? Now, leaders are not just us as pastors. It could be your lead, what they call your lead. So if you will, like say for instance, you want to be a greeter. There's a greeter lead. They're not paid, but they're a greeter lead. So when they ask you to do something, they're your lead. All right? They're leading you. Right? So you want to listen to them and try to work with them and help them. And that's what that means, not just the pastors. So you want to come in unity with them. You want to be a part of the team. If you join any team, outreach is a team. Well, there's tons of different outreaches. I'll tell you about those. Greeters are a team, parking lots team, so forth and so on. Team over that does cooking team, whatever. There's so many different teams. If you join the team, join that team. You guys will end up being family together. That's another quarter. Not really a small group, but it is a small group. Really, it's other people you're getting to know, right? It could be a small group. Some of them do that. So there are all different times like that. You have confidence in your leaders. No unwholesome talk. Don't be talking about people. Be in unity, right? Be in unity. You're joining a team. When you sign that document later on, you're saying, no, I agree with that. I agree with what this church believes, and I want to be part of it. I want to join that team. So therefore, it's not that church anymore, right? It's my church. It's mine. So if anybody tries to talk about my church, I'm going to say, hold on, that's my church, right? Well, you got money here when it comes to Calvary. Yeah, maybe we do, but you know what? It's still my church, right? There's hypocrites everywhere, but it's still my church, right? So don't talk about it. So you're going to do that. You're going to speak out. You're going to have a love for other people, love for other believers, love for the people around you. You enjoy, be happy to be around other people wherever you're serving. All right. Next thing, I will share the responsibility of my church, praying for growth and help, inviting the unchurched to attend. Easter's the perfect time, obviously. Warmly welcome those who visit, and things like that. Love on people. If you're in the lobby, this gentleman right here walked up to me in the lobby, right, and asked me a question about Growth Track. When does it start? How can I go? I said, God is on your side because it's today. 30 minutes. Showed him where the chapel was, right? So, but that's just like that. But anybody walks up to you, it's not just me. Maybe you have a serve shirt on. Because if you have a serve shirt on, or dreams, somebody probably will come up and ask you a question because those guys with those shirts on know what's going on, right? And ask you a question. Help them out. Okay? Talk to them. Take them where they want to go. Okay? Whatever it is, help them out. That's part of the team. You love it on people no matter what. So we're always thankful to God for all. Continue to mention God. Our country, we welcome people. We'll always have a responsibility to try to help grow the church. Next thing, I will serve the ministry of my church. I'm going to discover my gifts and my talents. I'm going to use those gifts and talents in the lives of others. I'm going to develop or continue to develop my servant's heart. Okay? Because Jesus came to serve, not to be served. Right? So that's the goal of who we are. That's our heart. If we want you to come in. If you want to be a member, then you want to be a member for a reason. If you just want to become a church, you can do that always. Right? That don't matter. But you're saying, no, I want this to be my church. I want to be a part of it. I want to be a part of what's going on there. And that's what it's about. I want to serve. I want to use the gifts and talents that God has given me to be able to serve. He said, well, I don't know what my gifts and talents are. Again, that's what the rest of the Growth Track is. That's why I want you to come, to help you. Maybe you don't know. Maybe you don't even know where we are. I just got here. I don't know, right? But you got to find out sometime. And that's what this is for, to show you what it is and show you how to get involved. All right, last thing, I will support the testimony of my church. I'm actually going to come here. That'd be good. If you love the church, maybe you want to come here. Right? Small groups, get in a small group, live a godly life, give, of course. All of those things like that you want to be a part of. It's your church you want to give to be a part. The Bible talks about resources more than any other topic in the Bible. Right? So there's nothing wrong. You hear me talk about it on Sundays, you're going to hear it today. We believe that. And understand something. We're very serious about it. You will never hear me in a pulpit say anything that I'm not doing myself. Never. I believe it with all of my heart, so much so that I lead the way. Whenever we have some people raising money for, I do my very best. I don't have as much money as some people, but I still try to do my best to at least be in the top 10. Okay? So does Pastor Ray. We got to get up there because we say, I can't lead somebody somewhere I'm not doing myself. I'm not going to ask them to do something I'm not doing myself. If I don't believe it, then what do I say? I'm not going to stand up there and say it. Right? So everything that we say about giving, we believe it's going to help you. We believe it's going to change your life. We believe that God's going to move on your behalf. And we believe that the church will be obviously help we can reach more people if we all give together. Don't take a one-time millionaire. It takes a bunch of people. And that's why a lot of times, Pastor Ray called me on Monday, making out the money. And I remember there today, man, it was a great week. And I had already gone in to see, was it like a big gift? Someone give like a lot of money or something? And they didn't. It was like a lot of people. And I just about cried. I said, man, I don't really care. It's like it's a big gift. That's awesome. I love it when it's just a lot of people that believes in the vision. A lot of people, just a lot of people. They're not giving a ton, but a lot of people giving. And it makes, look what God does with it. See, that's what happens, when God uses people. And we're very diligent. I mean, the guy that I got working with me, a young guy, because like, for instance, Palm Coast, for instance, we had to buy a bunch of equipment. We have nothing to go up there, and we're buying stuff. But man, he and I think I've really given myself too much to this guy, because he's worse than I am. He'd be trying to say $10. I mean, like, whatever. No, I think we can get it for this. I think we can get it for that. I got this quote for this sound equipment, but I got this other quote, and they said they're going to give me a discount, and he gets so excited. He's like, I told you I was going to come in at this number, and I'm going to come in under it, right? Why? We value what you do, right? This is not, when you give, you're not giving to me. A lot of people say, well, I know you care. I said, no, it's your money, not mine, right? It's God's money in reality. That's not mine. We're doing this for God. So we're going to save every dollar we can save, do it as best as we can do it, because this is God's money, right? It's God's money. When people give, they're giving to God. They're not really giving to me or even Pastor Ella. They're giving to God, right? So we have that responsibility. You see what I'm saying? So we take that very, very, very seriously as we do. Now, so the next steps, you're going to try to join a small group. You're going to go and come to the rest of the classes. And you're going to come to the rest of the classes and you're going to learn, right? So getting close to the end, but I got a few minutes. And what I'm going to do in this few minutes is just open it up. I mean, I've been here longer than anyone else, probably. The Pastor and I came together, but outside of that, most people. So if you have any questions about anything, and you say, I just wonder why this, I'm probably the guy to ask, right? So does anybody have any questions at all about anything that you've seen at Calvary? Why do y'all do this? Why is that? What is this? What is that? Anything. Anybody have any questions? Yes? Anybody? No? I thought you were going to ask a question. Come on now. I got 21 years of experience. All right, go, brother.
This is known, I would say, on a bad way to say it, a good way to ask. I'm coming here a while. But I never seen, people pass away. Okay? Where I came from in Georgia.
People pass away?
When people pass away,
Like last night.
they
Right.
bring their body in if they're a member of the church. And pastor, whoever, prays over them,
Right.
the family.
Right.
But this is something I don't see happening.
Right.
Once I was coming.
Well, we don't do it for the entire church, but we do it for that. Like, for instance, we just had one, actually in the main sanctuary, that was family went in on a Friday. Okay? So we do it whenever the family wants to do it.
Oh,
You see what I'm saying?
okay.
It'll be all different times.
No.
Like this guy here, there's no telling when it will be. Because the way we operate in terms of funerals and things like that, we have a lot of pastors. It's not just Pastor Ella. It depends on, like, they might have a relationship with me. Like this guy here that we just passed. He might have a relationship with me and ask me, right? Or they might ask Pastor, or one of the other guys. Maybe they're out, they work in outreach, they want the outreach pastor. Whoever they want, because our goal when someone passes is to do everything we can. Because I always tell people, because they'll sit there and we'll go through, you got to go through the service, or how it's going to work, or what's going to happen. I said, I'm going to tell you generically, okay, how it's usually works, generically, right? But the bottom line, I always tell you, the bottom line is your time. You're the one who wants to honor your family member. We're going to do it exactly the way you want it done, okay? So if you want it done in a different way, if you want us to pray at a different time, if you don't want us to sing a song, if you don't want us to sing a song, whatever you want is what we're going to do. Because this is your time, right?
Yeah. I mean, it'd be like just a little bit ago, we had the memorial of the VIP.
Oh, yeah.
There. So they
That was one
handle
thing.
situations differently, just like that.
Yeah, see, that's true. And I was actually one of those not even 2 or 3 months ago. Right. So what happens is that when he's talking about somebody had come to the VIP ministry for a while, and they wanted to do a service, their family over there, because that's where they always were, right? And that's what they wanted. So that's what they got. It's right in this room sometimes, right? I did one in this room not 2 months ago. Not 2 months ago. They asked me to, right? So it just depends on the situation. So we do it to honor the people whatever they want. So maybe a little bit different, but we want to put them in charge.
Is that for members, right?
Okay, well, again, to us, members is a relative term, right? Because here's why. There's some people, maybe they never actually went through membership, but they've been serving with us forever, right? And they've been working beside us, and they've been serving with us. To us, they're family, member or no member. You know what I'm saying? Now, if it's somebody that we don't even know, okay, then we may make arrangements for them to bring their pastor in or whatever. We have done that before. But we have to know them in some way, shape, or form. They don't specifically have to be a member. But if they're serving with us, that's good enough, right? There's just one lady I remember, her name was Mia. She served with Jackie a lot. I don't even know if she was a member or not. But you know what? I don't care if she was a member or not, right? She was praying. She had cancer. And she worked with our tender loving care ministry. She was going out praying people in the hospital when she had cancer herself, right? I'm like, whatever this lady wants, I said, whatever she wants is what she gets. Okay? So if you're serving with us, the membership part really don't matter. Yeah.
That's kind of my question about the membership. What are the, first off, thank you for saying, of course.
Sure, thank you.
Calvary. What are the advantages?
The only advantage, really, if you want to be if you want to be an elder or a deacon or something like that, that's ever a reason you have to be at that point. And you have to be committed. The voting we do have once a year, which is really not that much, but like for instance, if we want to buy a piece of property, like we bought this, we can't do it without a membership. Okay? So those type of things. But for me, basically it's just to say, you know what, this is mine. I've committed myself to this place. I signed the document and I said, you know what, this is my church. It's not that church or their church, it's my church. To me, that's the main thing. You know, just saying I made that commitment. That's just like when you get baptized. You don't have to get baptized to go to heaven, right? But you do it to say, you know what? I want everybody to know this is a public confession of my faith. I'm going down an old man, I'm coming up. You don't have to do it. But it sure is great. You know, it's kind of like that. Yes?
Well, I'm kind of confused.
Oh, there you go.
Because, so you're saying like anybody could come from the street and be,
What?
and participate in a leadership or in a.
No, not in leadership.
Okay.
Not in leadership. Okay? They have to be a member to do that.
Okay.
But in terms of can they serve with us?
Yes.
Now they got to go through these classes. Now they can't just walk off the street, right? That they have to come through these classes to serve. Okay? If they just come up and say, I'm gonna go serve, you go, hold up a second. You know what I'm saying? You gotta hold up a second. You gotta go like right here, lady behind you, right? Her name is Liz. Pastor Liz, she's the pastor over all of this, right? She controls all of this. And she makes the decision. Her and her husband are a team together. They're the pastors that made the decision. You know what, you're not ready. You know what I'm saying? So if they come through this and they want to be a small group leader, they'll meet with them one-on-one. And they'll talk and this and that. Then they go, you know what? I think you need to serve for a little bit. Why don't you team up with this small group leader and just kind of see how it works first, right? So, not really anybody. Yes?
Communion.
Yes.
How does communion work in the church?
How does communion work in the church? We just had communion Wednesday night during this last service. And the way it is we have these little cups, all right? That's got the juice in it and the bread on top. So we hand it out and make sure everybody gets one. And then sometime during the service, Pastor Ray would tell everybody what it is. This is why we do it. This is what we do. This is the whole reason behind. He gets it on Wednesday. He spent a lot of time on Wednesday. I've never seen the communion that long. He probably did it 20, 25 minutes.
So it's not done like every first of the month?
No.
Okay.
No. We're scheduled it. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, now, if someone, would like to go to, I heard that y'all have classes for college.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Uh-huh.
So now, it's not like going to the college here. You don't have to, you don't have money to pay. You can join.
Well, the college is different. It's not ours, okay? It's called Southeastern University. That's out of Lakeland. And we are one of their campuses. So it's ran by, we're running it, but by their rules, okay? So it's fully accredited. It's their college. It's not like, you've seen some churches that just do their own thing, and you go to a Bible class, kind of. That's not that. That is totally different. That is an actual university that they're using our campus. Two totally different things. Fully accredited, which means you leave there, you have a college degree, fully accredited.
That means if you go to another college somewhere
You can
that, don't reside anymore, and you had a background of that, of somebody that, you know how you get, they say you got money, but you didn't get it. But yet still, they closed, the college closed.
Okay.
But you still can't get nowhere because this college is, they're gonna take out this loan money at the college. You didn't go to that seat, to sit in that college, right? But they say that you got to pay that money regardless of because you didn't go to college.
Yeah.
You didn't use that seat.
Right.
But you can go here and that'll follow you all the way here.
Well, that's not here, that's the United States government, because that's government loans. So that's a decision they have to make, if they allow you to have any more money. Now, if you want to come here and pay, you're paying Southeastern University, not us. Okay? But the thing about it is that what you're talking about, a loan, that's run by the United States government.
You know,
That's
just
not
like
run
my
by us.
wife was trying to go
Right.
to college where she went off,
Yeah.
where she came from.
Right.
Yeah.
That's up to the government loan people. Okay. Now you can talk to a lady that's over it, and she's an expert in that. Okay. And she can tell you all about it, what you can and cannot do. She'll research it for you. Okay. Her name is Natasha Carter. She is Pastor Josh, who's the young adult pastor here. He's going to receive the offering today. His wife. Okay. She runs the college, so I recommend that you contact her. Right. Natasha Carter. She'll sit down with you and she'll go through all of it. And she'll explain. She has a background in financial aid. Okay? Yes?
So with the college, do you have to have your associate's degree?
No, you can go to get a associate's degree. That's part of it. Yes, 4-year program. You can go. A lot of people will go 2 years, right, to get their associate's degree, and then transfer to to another university. Like, just say for instance, we don't have a major, right? And they want to major like my daughter. She wants to major in education. She has to go to the campus, right? So, but the associate's degree, keep in mind, what she's asking is, what if they come here for the college and want to get their associates and transfer, right? That's perfect, because you can be in a Christian environment. We have practicums where you serve with other ministers. That's the advantage of it. You can get college credit for that, right? And you don't have to pay for it, okay? So you can get college credit for practicums, which means you serve. Let's say you want to know a little bit about youth ministry or the worship ministry or outreach ministry. You can go and get a practicum in that. That only have to pay for that part of it, as long as you're in the program.
Would your credits transfer?
Absolutely. Yes. Daytona State, these credits are Southeastern University. Again, my daughter's graduating in 3 weeks, and they are transferred anywhere. They're fully accredited. Daytona State transfer here too, yes. Yeah, it goes back both ways. Matter of fact, my son had credits from Southeastern transferred to Daytona State. So that they go back and forth. Yeah. So since when you're fully accredited like that, if the other institution, like Daytona State is, if the other institution is fully accredited, it goes back and forth. Now keep in mind, I know this is off topic a little bit, but I'm going to share with her, if you'll give me a second, that if you're in the state of Florida, right, everything transfers 1-to-1. Okay? So if you have an English class, it's going to be okay at Daytona State, it's going to be okay at Southeastern. Doesn't matter where you took it, right? When I transferred my son's credits to Daytona State, here's what the guy literally did. He looked at it and goes, oh, that's Southeastern, everything comes over. Just like that. Everything comes over, right? Now, same thing the other way. But if you go out of state, we have a young lady, Denise's daughter, that went out of state. She's in Alabama. No, she's in Georgia. So anyway, different states have different rules. Now, they still accredit, they still take them. But like they're on the quarter system, they don't like this class. Well, we do that class a little different. You got to take this one instead. Or we do that class a little different. You got to take this one instead. They take your credits, but they have different rules sometimes in different states. So they may be a little bit picky, right? Like she has to take over 2 or 3 classes. She has to take again, and she started basically taking, but it's a different class, they say. Now that doesn't make sense to me, but that's what they do. Now, the state of Florida doesn't matter. It's one for one. Okay? So, I'm sorry I got off topic a little bit, but I have a little bit of background in that. I know what she's asking. Okay. Because my son and daughter. Okay. So, any other questions at all? Yes. Oh.
I'll go ahead.
Go ahead.
I have a question
Yes.
about the university too.
Go.
Do you offer night classes?
Actually, most of the classes are actually online.
Oh,
So,
okay.
now, there are some, and when they do have a live class, it usually is at night. Because it's not, there are people out of high school, but some of the people are not, okay? They're just trying to go get the degree, right? So, yes, yeah.
Pastor Raleigh recently mentioned the school and at-risk students that we support.
Accelerate. Is that what you're referring to? Is that one you're referring to?
I'm not sure, because when he said we support at-risk students, I know
That must be
it's one of them, but within the school,
Um,
how, because I know some ministries, Ron Parson, they bring inner city students so they can get a better education.
Well, keep in mind that we have a lot of kids that go to our school, because I don't know if you even know this or not, maybe, this is just free information, take it if you want. But like, for instance, our school, I told you we have 350 students, K through 12. Probably 70% are on scholarship, okay? It would be a scholarship through what we can do, but mainly through the state of Florida, okay? State of Florida has a step up, what they call step up scholarship, as long as you meet certain income criteria, okay? You can get that scholarship, right? And if you meet certain income criteria, it's not by us, it's by the state, or it's actually not even by the state. Money runs through the state that corporations are giving, and it's funneling into this place called Step Up. There's actually two of them, but the main one is Step Up. And they will take in applications and distribute money if the school is certified, qualified, accredited. You got to meet criteria to be one of the schools. Like that accreditation we went to, if we would not have passed that accreditation, we're out. Okay? So you have to meet certain criteria in order to even get that. So, but we have it because we meet the criteria, right? So yes. Anybody else? Good questions? Thank God I knew the answer. All right. So we're going to wrap it up. Are you Alethea? Alethea's not here. Are you Alethea? Oh, you're Alethea. Alethea, she's normally here, but she's out today. She's like, she played a Pastor Don. And I'm sorry, what are you doing? Renee? Oh, it's easy. No, that's not like Alethea. Renee's easy. So what she's going to do is she's on okay, that's nothing. She is on the growth track team. Like, she's a part of the dream team. Okay, remember the dream team could be any ministry as long as you're serving. She has chosen to be a part of the growth track. Okay, so her and Alethea are leading that, so they tag team back and forth and help this process. So a lot of times you have questions, she can probably answer it better than I can, right? Because she knows a lot more than I do about the processes and how it works. All right, I love you guys. I'm around. If you ever want to see me anywhere, we'll be after this class or in the hall or anything. You ever have a question for me, don't hesitate. Grab me. Hey, I got a question for you. All right?